Welcome back to the channel. Key to the success of this camper van conversion will be the tow bar. On it we'll be putting on the electric supply, we'll be putting on the gas supply, putting on the Wi-Fi connection, possibly even the water as well. And it will mean I will have to drill just one hole in the floor where all my services will come up and serve the rest of the van. That also means there'll be no holes in the side of the van, in the roof or anywhere else, except through one hole where all my services will come through. And that will be watertight and it will look like a regular van. So let's get on with it. I hope you enjoy the video. I've got this redundant area in the back of the van. It's a bit untidy and needs tidying up. Here's my wheel arch, this is the back of the van, and the actual wheel arch assembly comes out to here. So what I might do is just bring that whole assembly out to box this all in. So I'm going to use a 40mm hole saw cutter to make quite a large hole. And the reason for doing that is because I want to feed in the wiring harness from the tow bar assembly. I've got the shoreline or the electric hookup coming from the tow bar as well, and also on the tow bar I've got a gas supply, so I want all of my services coming through the van at one point. And I think I can get a 40mm grommet that will cover and blank off everything quite neatly underneath the van. So I get on, crack on, cut my hole. Well, I'm going to struggle to get these things through afterwards, so I'm going to feed this one through first. This is for the tow bar. Then I'm going to make the connections. Put those cables through. Then I can start making connections. So on here, you can take this plate out. There it comes. Looking on the chart, my first connection, GB, that's us. L1L is going to be yellow. So let's take the yellow. We'll just work round and get them all connected. So that now goes back into here. Got a locating pin just there, and that will fit in there. Cool. Bring this up. And then these bolts will fit through there and onto your bracket. So let's get that installed. This is my tow bar hookup, now bolted onto the plate. That'll be fed up. This is my 240 onshore hookup, also mounted on the tow bar, and my gas is also mounted down here as well, tucked out of the way. I'll be doing a separate video on these. So from the relay module you got two earths, a black and a white cable. I sanded back some paint, put in a bolt, and I've bolted on the two earths to the bare metal there. You need to take this light cluster off. So it's a T25. There's a couple of fixings and then a connection behind. Disconnect that and then we can make a start. Right, once you've got the screws out, we're going to the left. Two little lugs located on that side. You've got to push it that way to get them off. Once you got it off, can lift it up a little bit, twist it round and take the socket off. Little tabs on either side, just knee squeezing together, and then the whole cluster will come out. So this connection is going to tell us all that we need. So the manufacturer has provided us a pretty good instruction manual on how to install it. I want to identify on the left hand side the left hand indicator, main beam and low beam, the headlights in other words, and the brake lights. I'm not going to do that bottom one. And then on the right hand side I want to identify the right hand indicator, right hand side headlights and low beam, and the reverse. Okay, let's get on with it. This is the tool I'm going to use to go into the socket, and then I put this to the earth of the van, and that will light up if it's live. So I need to turn the ignition on, and let's make a start. Turn the indicator down. There we are, left hand indicator. Let's go and find that on the socket. See if I can get an earth off this bolt. There. So let's see if we can find that left indicator. It could be that last one, isn't it? I thought it might be. So if we look on the back, it's a black and white cable. So we'll make a note of that in our instruction manual and move on to the next light. So exactly the same process. Turn the ignition on, and either side lights or main beam. I haven't got the engine on, so I'm just going to do the side lights and then very quickly go around to the socket and find out which cable it is. Let's check the others. There's that terminal there. Isn't it? Come on, earth. You need a good earth for this. And I think it's that one. There you go, just check the others. So high and low beam headlights is grey and black. Okay, so it's grey and black. There you go, just to double check. So that's grey and black for side beam and main beam. So it's just the brake lights next. Let's get on to do that. Now the brake pedal is pressed down, it will send a signal to the brake light, we hope. That is black and red, its brakes. I've put the van in reverse. I just want to find the reverse one as well. Where are you? There you are. So reverse is that blue and white cable, which is useful because if you're going to put a reversing camera in as well, it's the blue and white cable on a Vito. Our instruction manual tells us that the yellow, the black, the red and the blue are on the left hand side, and the green, the brown and the orange on the right hand side. So we should have two wiring harnesses, and we're going to separate them out now and try and connect them, see how far we get. You might need a slightly thicker cable or a piece of wire to steer your cables through. Oh, there they go. And then once they're through, there. We're in. So I'm going to peel back and splice into these cables a little bit further back, not near here. Let's find the end. So now that I've worked out what the colours are for each one, I can go on to the next page and transfer that information into there. And I can see that the new yellow cable for the left hand indicator is black and white. The black cable is for the grey and black, which is the lights, and the red cable, and the new red cable, is for the black with a red stripe. So I can join these together now and splice them in, and I'm going to go ahead and do that before I do the right hand side. So ordinarily I'd use these to join my cables. So These are pre-solders and they've got heat shrunk, and you just bring the two cables together, bring your hot air gun over to it, and it will make a fantastic bond. My cable is old. It's old and oxidized, so I'm using a mechanical fixing. I'm using these things. I put the link below to these and the tool, the crimping tool that I use with them. I love these, and I love these, but in this case I'm going to use those because my cable is too old, it's too oxidized, I'm not getting a good bond, so I'll show you what I mean. This is the harness from the tow bar. So we want the red cable, just trim a bit off of that, and we want to join these three together. Don't work very well on old cables, so the solder's taken a bit, but it's not good enough, so I am going to put some more solder on and then solder them together. It's old cable, it looks like the cable's oxidized a bit. If it was new cable it would be fine, but this is an old car. Let's solder them up old school. So the yellow on our new wiring harness is the indicator to turn left. We want to split the black and white cable, which we know is the left indicator. Strip it back. So black and white still connected, and now it's spliced in. Again, it's temporary, I will put nicer fittings on later. So now the lights, which is grey and black. So it's that one there. Grey and black to grey and black is the feed coming from your side lights or your main beam, and they're going to connect to this black cable there. So this is the right hand side cable. It's really long, so it will fit underneath this panel. So it's just a question of lifting that off, and to do that all I use is a very thin headed screwdriver. Lift those clips off, and underneath there is a screw. There are 6 of these and 2 more here. Same process on this one. Little screwdriver, just lift those grommets up. There's one. Oh. Don't lose them. Here you go. Clean up time. I could just simply put the cable in there now, but I do want to clean that out. Yeah. Really struggle with my OCD sometimes. Just to loosely hold it in position. And the seal will get replaced in the summer as well. Okay, let's put it back together. So on the right hand side there are just 2 cables, a green and a brown. I think the green is going to be for the indicator and the brown is going to be for the lights. I also want to find out where the reversing cable is, so we'll have a look at that as well. But that's all there is on the right hand side. Should be easy enough. So with the ignition on and turn the stalk up, we now got a right indicator. Let's see if we can find that on the socket. See if we can find the right hand indicator. Well, there it is straight away. Let's just check it. Let's go back. It's the first one, which is green and black. Let's make a note of that in our book. My green cable goes to the green and black on that wiring harness there, and I need to splice the 2 together. So with the ignition on and lights on, we can now go to the back, check on the right hand side and see which one is the lights cable. Wire them up and that will be it. We want the headlights. Oh, there it is. Just double check. The headlights. It's the 3rd one, which is grey with a red stripe. Let's make a note of that in the book. And the last thing to do now is just connect the live feed from the tow bar module onto the positive side of the battery, and that's it, done. So the bolts come like this, so your washer will go on the top, spring washer and then the nut, so it gets sandwiched on like that. Okay, and then on the back, get the spring washer first. Let's see if this thing works. What I want to do with the trailer now is convert that so it will carry my smart car. I could put my smart car on top and move it around, or if I want to buy another one in the future, I can. So many of you will know that my smart car, the engine has failed, the timing chain has snapped, and I'm going to attempt to take the header off and replace the timing chain in a future video. It's going to be a series of videos on the smart car. With the Vito, I'm going to finish the windows off in here, put one porthole in, I've got another to do, more storage solutions to go in, so I'll be working on both at the same time, but hopefully I will try and get a smart car video out as well as a Vito camper van conversion type video coming out as well. Other things I'll be doing this year in the camping van: making a self-leveling bed, a bed come bench come bed, if you wish, that folds and gets put away. I give you a quick clip just here, or was it just there, to show you what it kind of looks like. It's still very much in the prototype stage, and it still needs a lot of refinement, but there are many things I need to do in the van before I can get there. So it's another one of those jobs I've started but not finished. So I intend to start finishing those jobs this year, and I'll be trying to produce a video each week. I really do listen to your feedback, and I do respond as well. It's really valued, so any input helps with the development of a product, and I think that's really key in developing a design, a good design, listening to that feedback. So with no further ado, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching.